Welcome to the Trading Sliders Podcast. Here we go, episode number 75 of the Trading Sliders Podcast. How's everybody doing out there? I'm Bobby Puckett. Here with me in studios, Kurt the Flash Bennett. What's going on, Flash?
Not much. I did make it back this week.
Yeah, Flash, not flying solo this week. I did such a bad job last week. Flash was like, I got to make sure I can get back there this week.
I got to get back here to correct you and stuff.
Yeah, hell, you might forget something.
Nah.
But this week's guest is Jacob Hall, the 2025 Cumberland Plateau Open Wheel Modified Series champion. Jacob's ran with our series for a couple years. We went to a trade show.
Yeah.
So we met up with Jacob and got an interview. We were supposed to do this back in the year, but as you'll find out in the interview, some things happened, and we didn't get to this in the midst of race season. Let's put it that way. So that's this week's guest. I know I say this every week, and it sounds like a broken record, but please take care of the people that take care of us. If you're needing any diesel truck work done and you're in the Kentuckiana area, reach out to Brandon Hooker and Diesel Boys LLC. Our deep dive is being brought to you by Kentucky Clutch and Performance. If you need any type of automotive clutch for any type of application, reach out to Chris Harmon and the guys at Kentucky Clutch and Performance. Our slider of the week being brought to you by Walt at Speed Decals. Technically, while we're recording this, Walt and them are driving back from Florida.
Yeah.
They were there for the Ocala debacle all week.
Yeah.
That we're gonna talk about. So, I think Walt, his son Chase, and Elliot Despain, got a whole group of them, making their trip back. But if you need any type of auto work, reach out to Walt at Speed Decals. Our crash of the week being brought to you by D.O. Handyman Remodeling. The weather looks like it's going to be nice this week, so nicer.
Yeah,
minus a little bit of rain. It's going to be warmer. Let me rephrase that.
Right.
And if you need any type of work done around the house, reach out to David. He will get you taken care of. He can do windows, decks, fix stuff inside. You got a problem with it, he can figure out how to fix it. Reach out to David at 812-989-5002. Our racetrack spotlight being brought to you by JT's Trackside Catering. If you have any event coming up that you're going to need food for, Thunder over Louisville's coming up. I think Flash might be making an order.
Oh yeah, I'm giving JT a call for sure.
Yeah, but graduations, race season started. Whatever you need food for, no event too big or too small, reach out to JT's Trackside Catering. And our ever most popular Bandit Race Cars question of the week, Flash, you're going to like this one this week.
Oh yeah.
As much as sometimes I'm controversial, this one here, I probably should have just kept this question off.
Oh yeah.
But
oh well.
Yeah, there's a chance some feelings may be hurt on this question of the week, but it's a serious question that a lot of people don't know about, and they want to know. So, but yes, if you need any type shocks done, Brian Barber at Bandit Race Car is a Fox Shocks dealer, and if you're racing this weekend coming up, get with him. But if not, give him a week because they had an accident down there. He had a semi-truck run off the road and take down part of the race shop.
Oh, man.
just last night.
That's not good, yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to need some work to help rebuild. So reach out to Brian Barber and Bandit Race Cars. All right. Got through the opening, Flash.
Yeah.
All right. News of the week. Lucas Oil was at Ocala. We had tires problems. We had rubber. We had rain. We had rough track conditions. We had all the above.
Everything going on.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that. Danny Dietrich keeps it interesting in the sprint car world. He doesn't mind ruffling a little feathers to bring some attention to the sport. So we'll cover that. It was a busy sprint car weekend. A lot of people didn't realize they had sprint cars all over the country this weekend. There's a lot of sprint car racing going on. We had a past guest pick up a win. We're going to discuss that.
Yeah.
And this one here is going to kind of be on, we've kind of talked about it with a bunch of drivers lately, but the Hunt the Front guys don't like the IMCA format / rules. So we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, they're not a big fan of that. There's all that, and like I said, we got Bandit Race Cars fan question of the week, our crash of the week, Superman doing Superman stuff, we could say. All kinds of stuff to get into. So let's get started with the Danny Dietrich stuff. So Danny Dietrich pokes fun at the Raymer fans So for people that's in the Midwest and don't really know how Pennsylvania sprint car racing works, these fans are rabid. I mean, they are the most loyal race fans in the country. 31 degrees yesterday. Yeah. They shoveled, I think they said it was 7 inches of snow still in the pits. You know, they shoveled the snow. 31 degrees for the high. And they raced. They did race. Today's event got canceled because the rain came in last night. It was supposed to be a 2-day event. Yeah. But they did. But, I mean, the place was packed. You couldn't get another person in the stands. You couldn't get another person in the infield. There was probably 10,000 people at the sprint car race. Yeah. But so Dietrich shows up Friday and takes a little picture. Says, "Racetrack's looking great, guys." For all the Danny Dietrich fans, put on your work boots, put on and drive your trucks out here. Parking lot's a little soft. Yeah. We'll have merchandise for sale. And then for all the Fred Raymer fans, you guys wear your nicest pair of Hey Dudes and drive your Prius and park over in the corner. Yeah. So right off the bat, shots fired. Yeah. At least Dietrich did back it up. Chase Deeds got the win. Dietrich was second. Raymer was third. At least he did back it up and outrun Raymer. Or it would have been really bad. But it's just funny. Because people get such uproar. And you know Raymer's like, Dietrich, why? Because now I gotta listen to it. You know, they're all buddies. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's funny. Danny Dietrich doing Danny Dietrich things. We need some more fun in racing. You know. Oh yeah. But congratulations to Chase Deeks for picking up the $6,000 to win on a Saturday afternoon, 30 degrees. Yeah. It's just sprint car racing is alive and well in Pennsylvania. That's for sure.
That's one of them where your helmet's fogging up on the inside and everything too. You know, you got to probably keep it cracked. Yeah, I ran on some cold days and it's not fun with your helmet.
Well, and here's the thing: the track was, I mean, beyond hammer down.
Oh yeah,
it was motocross in 3 and 4. I mean, it was just so. And I didn't have this wrote down, but I seen somebody said, "Typical Lincoln Speedway, not putting no effort in your racetrack." What? Yeah. Are you an idiot? What did you think was going to happen? Yeah. The racers went there knowing that, you know, it was probably going to get a little rough because there was snow, like they had like 20 inches of snow in the last month. Yeah. And they were still scraping snow Thursday and Friday. So, I mean,
just to get the track, you know, where they could use it.
Yeah. So, some people, man, some people just don't get it. Yeah. Some people just do not get it. Did you see the Hunt the Front stuff, Flash?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. Well, last week I was talking about how great they did. I was like, you know, they done great. Their track, doing their work on their track, and so I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of those guys. Yeah. Like, I don't know. That's some inside baseball stuff we're just not gonna talk about. Yeah. But I like what they're doing for the sport. Right. And then this week, I see they're bitching about everything, and I'm like, well, hold up, man. You guys can't have it both ways, all right? Yeah. You can't piggyback off the IMCA and have a huge sellout crowd and have a major event and talk about how great it is, and then turn right around and bitch about them the same week because something didn't work out in your favor. Yeah. That's something. So, needless to say, they got burned by the IMCA rules twice this week. Yeah. Two times. Yeah. So, the first one, IMCA gives no courtesy laps. Right. So if you have a flat tire, I mean, you can go to the hot pit.
I did see that one on there. Yeah.
You can go to the hot pit.
Yeah.
Now, they don't care. But once the lineup's right, they're going green.
They're not waiting on you. Yeah.
So, I know people complain about that, especially if you're racing a series or whatever. But in the South, where it takes them forever to get stuff done. Yeah. I think this should be implemented everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not be at the racetrack, 16 hours if we don't have to. So
it just goes back. Everybody needs to go to the Boone Super Nationals one time.
Yes, just
to
one
understand
time.
What we're talking about.
Yes, I mean, it's one time.
Yeah. What they do there is phenomenal.
So I get that. That was because he had a flat and he was running good, and they didn't have time to change it. Okay, that you did get burned. Not really, but you did. That's their rule, and you're used to racing with a different set of rules. So I get being upset. Right. This next rule, I believe, needs to be the rule implemented at every racetrack, every series across America. IMCA has got enough balls. They implement the rule.
Yeah.
The rest of us don't. I want this rule for our series.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's the first lap or the last lap. If you bring out the caution, there is no complete restart.
Yeah.
You just go the tail.
Right.
If your car stopped when the caution flag waves, you are part of the caution. They went down in turn 1 and 2. Joseph Joyner was on the outside. Old boy got in a rut, pushed up into him. They locked together, came to a stop at the top of the racetrack at 1 and 2. Caution come out. They got them apart. Both guys pull away. They both try to pull to the front. Now, welcome to IMCA.
Yeah.
You were the caution. You pulled to the tail. The row number 2 moved up a row, and they were just absolutely. They go on Twitter, or maybe I don't know if I seen it on Twitter or Facebook.
I seen something about it this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they go. I think it was on Twitter. I seen it.
So he didn't have nothing nice to say, so he just didn't say nothing at all.
Oh no. The one I seen where he said, "How in the world can a series have rules that do nothing but penalize the racers?"
Yeah.
I mean. The series didn't make you guys crash in turn 1.
Exactly.
You guys crashed. Why penalize the guys 2nd through 20th that missed y'all dumbasses wrecking?
Yeah.
Don't be upset that you guys don't get a redo. Like I wish every series would go to that.
Yeah.
If the caution is out and your car's not moving, you're part of the caution. Yeah. It just is what it is. And I tell you what it does. It does 2 things. And 1, it takes judgment calls out of it.
Right.
You don't got to say, well, did that guy stop or did he? No, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real simple. All right. The caution's out. His wheels aren't moving. He's part of the caution.
Yeah.
Or if his wheels are moving, but he's going backwards down the racetrack, he's part of the caution.
Yep.
So I know I've seen a bunch of people comment on it saying, man, it should be a complete restart. Guys, no, it shouldn't. Why, if you crash in 1 and 2, should it be a complete restart? I never got that. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, you are the caution. That's and our series does that because that's what everybody does, and that's something that if it was up to me, we would eliminate that. But so the Hunter Front guys, they're not crazy about the Midwest format. Oh, and they don't like to redraw. In one of their videos I was watching, he said, I run 2nd in my heat race, and I got to start 18th. I'm like, well, it happens, man. Yeah. That's part of it. Like, that's what happens when you got 75 cars and you run 8 heat races. Actually, I think they started 16 because he drew 100 out of the pill draw, so he had to start last in the very last heat race. Yeah. And when it got time to redraw, he was the last car to redraw. The only number was left was 16. Yeah. So he was like, "Well, I guess we had the 2 worst numbers you could possibly have."
I mean, that's a difference. So, like you go to Super Nationals, and they do that stuff for that race too. Yeah. And it's they make a big deal out of it. Behind the bleachers, they all come up there and do it. Everybody has fun and do it, and nobody gripes about it. They know what it is, and they just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a different mindset from the Midwest.
The racing's totally different, though. Those guys, they race harder than anybody in the country. I don't care what anybody says. They race harder than any series around here than any other place in the country. I know we sound like we're kissing the ass with the IMCA, but
it's just the truth.
You just have to see it.
Yeah. It's like USAC. Yeah. People, I've had messages, people tell me, God, how much money does USAC give you? I said, none. At all. Hell, they don't even give me a credential. Yeah. They don't even let me in without paying. Well, why do you take up for them? So I said, I don't. I'm just stating facts.
Well, people don't realize we're real race fans too.
Yeah.
We don't just do this. We're race fans to the core. So
yeah, I'm just stating facts. When you invert 6 and you got to pass the cars to win the damn race. Yeah. It's the race is just better. Yeah. It is what it is. Yep. It's not we don't push something towards, we don't have a narrative, we're not saying, we don't have anybody tell, first off, nobody's sponsoring us nowhere near enough money to tell us, hey, you got to say this. Yeah. First off, we're not the, you got to say this people. Yeah. But yeah, that's that. So we're not, when we bring up a topic, it's just because as race fans, as former racers, as still a current racer, as guys who, hell, I got a car in my shop right now that I'm working on. Yeah. Still heavily involved, in the sport itself. When we bring something up, it's just because we
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of needs to be said.
Yeah.
In our opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody has opinions, so don't
Yeah.
make
You don't have to agree with us.
Yeah, no, you don't. It's one of those things that it's just not it's this sport. It's so hard to progress the sport forwards with all the steps it takes back.
Right.
And that's just unfortunate sometimes. On to a positive note. Let's move on to the slaughter of the week. Former guest, damn good interview if you want to go back and listen to it. One of the best guests that we had, because talk about just pulling the curtain back. But Kevin Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
He decided, you know what, I got nothing going on a Saturday night, so I'm going to need help with this again, Flash. Mojave Valley?
I think it's yeah.
Mojave Valley? Okay.
Yeah, it's close enough for me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. He's just going to fly out there. Well, you're the one that's good with all the Indian names.
Yeah.
Now, I screwed it up real bad the last time. I know that.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it is. Chase will correct me.
Yeah.
I'll get him. When this goes out tonight, they'll be coming back to Campbellsville, and he'll send me a message.
Yeah.
You screwed that up again. And the funny thing is, when Chase corrects me, he gives me, like, the dictionary pronunciations.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was 24 USAC CRA sprint cars, and we didn't get the podium, but we got 1, 2. We didn't have nobody else there.
Oh yeah.
But KTJ took the win over Ricky Lewis. Kevin Thomas Jr. started 5th and went to the win. There we go again. There were some cars fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this week's Slaughter of the Week presented by Walden Speed Decal is Kevin Thomas Jr. and the USAC CRA win at Mojave Valley. That's what we're going to go with. And another race that I seen last night, because we're going to get into the Lucas Oil stuff, we're going to be a little more detailed / I won't say critical, but a little more opinion based on the Lucas Oil stuff. But the NART series opened up last night. 26 cars, I think, and Brad Sweet took the win there at Merced. Merced Speedway is one of those places that's on the bucket list.
Yeah.
It looks like an Indiana or Illinois bull ring out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
It's high bank, quarter mile. The funny thing was, last night while they were qualifying, the announcer needed to be at West Memphis, Arkansas last year when we were down there.
Oh yeah.
Because he said, if you're parked outside of turn 3 and 4, there's a good chance you're going to have a chip in your windshield.
Oh yeah.
Where was he at when we were in?
Yeah. When you parked off turn 4.
Yeah, when I parked there, and Tanya said I probably wouldn't park here, and I said we're underneath a tree.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was funny though. He said if you're parked outside of turns 3 and 4, you may want to go move your vehicle because there's a good chance you're gonna have a chip in it. And then somebody sat down on the bottom row, and he goes, "Hey you, the guy on the bottom row." And then that guy's just. He's like, "Hey, you! I know you hear me. The speaker's right above your head." The camera gets him. The guy turns and looks. He goes, "Yeah, let's not sit there. They got sprint cars coming at your face, moron." I was like, this guy must have to deal with the insurance claims at the racetrack.
Must have to.
Because this is the first race of the season.
Yeah.
He's live on Flow. He's telling people to move their cars because the windshield's going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
And then he called the dude a moron. Like, Chase, he would have not liked your seating positions at the racetrack.
Yeah.
So he made everybody move off the bottom. Well, everybody. It was one guy sitting there. He's like, "Yeah, you just need to come on up to the upper half of the bleachers. There's plenty of seats up here." He said. So I'm taking that the announcer there does all the insurance work in the area. No, he didn't want no insurance claim. So
that's funny.
So all right, fan question of the week, Flash. I'm gonna let you answer this first because you don't. This is a big surprise to you. You never know what the question is. But Kelly from Mobile, Alabama. A few shows back, you guys were interviewing Dean Mills. I'm thinking, okay, well, we're gonna get a sprint car question.
Yeah.
Nope, no, we didn't. So a few shows back, you guys were interviewing Dean Mills, and he said something about a guy wearing his own shirt.
Yeah.
All right, this is where. Then I seen where this was going. I said, all right, what's the problem with that? And are there more unwritten rules in dirt racing that we need to know about? You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you don't see guys wearing their own shirts very often.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then you do, but I don't have a problem with it. But
All right, I'm gonna cut Flash off.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna cut Flash off on this one. Okay, there's two different types of wearing your own shirts. If you got a team shirt that's got, I don't know, just say, we'll just Josh Rice.
Yeah.
We'll just use him for an example. If they got a team shirt that says James Ratliff Racing and it's got some sponsor logos on it,
yeah,
that's acceptable.
Yeah.
But Josh Rice can't show up at the drivers' meeting wearing a Josh Rice racing T-shirt with his car on it. You just don't do that.
Yeah,
you don't.
I can understand if you got all the sponsors on it and everything.
Yeah, if you want to wear a team shirt or a hat, like all the drivers, you should wear your team's hat. You know, if you're going to wear a hat. But you don't wear your own racing T-shirt. You just don't do that. That's something, that is a cardinal sin in racing.
If you look at, like, when the guys come in and do hot pits, all the guys on the crew down there are wearing somebody else's shirt on everybody that pulls in.
Well, that's
they usually don't even have their own guy's shirt on. They got somebody else. And it might be the guy that just took them out.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. And the reason why this is an unwritten rule in dirt racing and pavement racing is totally backwards. Everybody wears... they got matching shoestrings to their pants, with their car on their shirt and their name across the back like a basketball jersey. I don't get that. But dirt
racing, take their shirt off, they got it embroidered in.
Yeah, it's embroidered in their tattooed on their chest. Yeah, like I don't get that at all. But the reason why you don't, because it shows arrogance and cockiness. I've had this discussion with actually Ben Harmon when he started racing. I said, listen, one thing you do is you wear other drivers' shirts and you never wear your shirt. Never. Yeah. Never wear your shirt. And he said, well, why is that? Because shouldn't I show off my sponsors? I said, yeah, get a sponsor shirt. Get a shirt that's got, your sponsors and BHR Racing on it. That's cool. But you don't wear your shirt that it's, shirts like that are made for fans. Yeah. And you don't wear your own shirt like that. You just don't do it. I've never wore my own racing shirt. I've had racing shirts. I've never wore them. Never. Yeah. And because what it does is it states, look at me. I'm the driver. And you want to bring, awareness to the sport. Okay, wear somebody else's shirt. And that can open up the conversation. Like, I got on a Kurt Bennett shirt. Oh, yeah, you race? Yeah, this is my buddy Kurt. He races. I race as well, blah, blah, blah. But you just don't do it. Because it says that, hey, I'm real self-centered. Look at me. Yeah. It's just, that's one of the unwritten rules. And there's a few other unwritten rules in dirt racing. And it just comes from not knowing. People don't know. Like, we do it because we can make fun of everybody and be okay with it because we're a fan of everything. But like, late model guys, their unwritten rule is they don't watch sprint cars because they're pushing flips. Yeah, because they can't start and drive off by themselves and they flip. In the same token,
sprint car guys are look at those taxi cabs out there.
Yeah, they call late models taxi cabs because they're going so slow and they're so big and they just drive real slow around the bottom. Yeah. So there's a lot of unwritten rules. Yeah. I'll tell you one that's really funny. But this is your crew can wear your shirt if they want. Yeah. If they want to. That's not a negative. But still on that, like Kurt said, there's a lot of crews. You trade shirts. Yeah. You take your shirt and you give it to somebody else to get somebody else's shirt. That's just kind of the way it is.
That's what happens a lot, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it is. But one unwritten rule that people don't know about, and it's not really an unwritten rule, it's just kind of common courtesy. Just don't go on social media and bash the racetrack. Yeah. That's something that just don't do that. That's you think you're helping, you're not. Yeah. And when these promoters say we don't read that stuff, we don't know that stuff, I can tell you I've had promoters reach out to me from all over the place and said, screenshot this guy's name. Yeah. Who is this asshole? Yeah. I need to know who this is. I've had promoters actually reach out to me and ask me that. Yeah. I said, well, let me see. I can do some digging. And then, I find out who that person is. And it's like, okay, great. Because they're not allowed coming back to they're never coming back to my track. So, like, just don't do that. If you got a problem with them, just reach out to them. They'll take care of you. All right, so I don't think we made too many people upset with that.
Probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. If you don't know, you don't know. But Kelly from Mobile, Alabama, we appreciate your question. And guys, if you do have questions, send them to us via Facebook, whatever. Instagram, however, anywhere you can leave a comment or a message, you can send them to us, and we will get them. Oh, Flash, I was going to mention this in the opener.
What's that?
You know we're trendsetters now?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We haven't been doing this very long. We're just 75 weeks into this.
Right.
So we're very, very new to this.
Yeah.
But evidently, you don't have to be doing this for a long time to, have your spot.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
Have your spot in the sport. Okay. I'm glad you know this. Because everybody pulls something from everybody.
Yeah.
And, I'm okay with that. I've said, this long format show is something that we took
from a wrestling podcast.
So
yeah.
This was not our ideal.
Yeah.
But what is our ideal is the race day report.
Yeah.
And I am so thankful that Flo is doing a race day report now.
Yeah. I am too.
Thank you, Ben Shelton. One thing that I'm going to say, it's dead ass serious. I love Dustin Jarrett, but Ben Shelton, you guys do such a great job there at Flo covering it.
I told her the night we was watching, I said, look what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was sitting on the couch with me. I said, look what they're doing. I said somebody's paying attention to us.
Well, I think I hurt somebody's feelings, and
yeah.
All right, we really appreciate the Lucas Oil, let's just say, format.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is at Ocala Speedway. First off, the Ocala Speedway. Look, guys, Bubba and the guys that work there, they've done a hell of a job working on the racetrack.
Yeah.
I will give them that. But pushing this narrative that we're going to do 7 days and we're going to try to bring back East Bay.
Yeah.
I'm glad Bubba said it. That
Yeah.
there will never be another East Bay. Because there won't. I mean,
Yeah, no, you ain't gonna get another place like that.
Yeah, we've lost racetracks in our area. Like here at Louisville Speedway, we've lost it, and there's never been another Louisville Speedway.
No,
and you're not going to get another East Bay. So don't go on TV and tell everybody like you have to be there. Just let it organically happen.
Yeah,
that's one thing one gripe I have about it. But just let it happen. The crowd showed up.
Yeah.
Races weren't really all that good, but Huddy did win from 9th. One night. And Hudson O'Neill's on fire.
Oh yeah, he is rolling.
Yeah, Hudson O'Neill right now is.
As much as I don't like his car owner, he's rolling.
Yeah, Hudson O'Neill is on fire. So first, let's just get into the crash of the week. We're going to talk about that. The D.O. Handyman Remodeling Crash of the Week is being brought to you by D.O. Handyman Remodeling. Jonathan Davenport goes down the corner and first off, did you see the crash last night? That you may have missed the heat race because you were headed home.
I seen a replay of it.
Okay.
Yeah, when I got home of the first heat. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though. I think Drake Chapman was apologizing. I don't think he should have.
Yeah.
He cleared Wilson going in the corner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he thinks he ran across his left front, but he didn't. He cleared Wilson.
Yeah, and then the other old boy, he just kind of plowed in there.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that was a nasty hit. That could have been crash of the week, but
yeah.
Jonathan Davenport goes down in turn 1 and 2 on the start, gets into the back of
Bronson. Yeah,
Kyle Bronson, which is a good thing Davenport. Good thing he apologized because I don't think Bronson minds putting knots on people's heads.
I think so, yeah.
But he goes in and he hooks him and turns him. And the thing is, I've raced Ocala. The shape of the racetrack. You've almost got to come off 2 and get as far to the outside so you can round 3 as much as you can.
Right. Yeah.
Because the corner's so tight.
That place reminds me a lot of that. I just realized last night after looking at it and watching how those guys are driving it. It reminds me a lot of Windy Hollow.
Yeah.
The old Windy Hollow.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the new one yet. But
yeah, but it'd be flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
right,
sharp turn in 1. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, JD did get into the back of him, and I mean that was 100% on JD.
Yeah.
And I seen people saying, "Well, Kyle Bronson doing Kyle Bronson things." Like, what did Kyle Bronson do?
Yeah, no.
But in the same token, though, that may have a little bit to do with Davenport ain't raced a whole lot.
Yeah.
This year, I mean, he
ran
some Wild West shootouts, but I mean, hell, these guys are 30 races into the season already, so Davenport had a little rust on him. So Tuesday night, Devin Moran took the win, went second to first. Wednesday night, B-Shep took the win. I think Wednesday night was the night of rubbered, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Was it Wednesday or Thursday? No, Huddy won. Yeah, it rubbered when Huddy, because Huddy did off his passing early and then got the lead and the track rubbered up.
Yeah, I told Deb, I said, before they got to halfway, it done took rubber. I said, well, this is done.
Yeah.
I said, we can turn it off now if you want to, because that's the way they're going to finish.
So Hudson O'Neill took the win. There was some tire problems. I don't know. I don't know if there's stuff in the racetrack or if Hoosier's got a bad batch of tires. Because here's the thing, I seen where Bobby Pierce had a ton of tires for sale.
Yeah.
After Speed Weeks.
Yep.
So I don't know if there's a batch of tires because they had to produce so much in such a short time.
Right.
I know Pierce was selling like 20 brand new tires.
I seen that. Yeah. All the grooved and everything.
Yeah. So
she was telling me about that. I was like, I ain't buying no more tires.
Yeah. Well. Here's the thing. I think I don't know if they'll ever say it, but I think there may have been a batch of tires that wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
And, and what really sucks for the guys that do this for a living, last night, Brandon Overton had a flat under a caution.
Yeah.
Costing $25,000 on a racetrack that you weren't going to get a whole lot of passes at.
Right.
So that sucks on that. But, and then Friday, rain won. And made sure that Saturday was hammer down, cowboy up,
Yep.
One lane on the cushion, and Hudson O'Neill went. Well, I say one lane. Hell, Hudson started fourth.
Yeah, he had to pass a few people to get there.
But Hudson O'Neill, I think he's up to 8, either 7 or 8 feature wins on the year this year. So that's it's pretty.
I know it sounds like I'm not a big Hudson fan, but I am a Hudson fan. I'm just
Now, Hudson O'Neill, right now, he's undoubtedly the number 1 dirt late model driver in the country.
Oh, yeah.
And Ricky Thornton Jr. still struggled, like 10th again last night.
Yeah, I know.
So, I think part of Ricky Thornton Jr.'s problem is they're not really good at those racetracks anyway.
Right.
And him and the crews all had the flu. And going back to...
They went all the way back to Iowa, and then all the way back to... Or not Iowa, North Carolina. And then back down to...
But going back to, the Tulsa shootout, he's been on the road for 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, or 2 months,
Yep.
He's been on the road nonstop. And then I think they're probably just damn tired.
Yeah.
And then his off day, he went to the Daytona 500 and he goes and races RC cars. He's probably just got what we call, oh shit, I need a couple of days.
Yeah.
I
look for him to be back pretty strong, though, pretty quick.
Well, they Golden Isles it's really not his flavor yet, but it's one of those things that will get a little bit better, and then we'll go from there. Once we get up
he
here,
did run fourth one night, didn't he? I think.
Yeah,
one night he did.
Yeah, I think that was the rubber
night. Yeah, I think pretty sure it was because he got up there. He got up early, and then everybody just locked down. So
yeah. So, but overall, I think it was a success. I think the crowd was light early in the week. I
got one complaint.
All right, what's the complaint? One division. Yeah, that's.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's another thing.
If I'm paying money to get in, I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you gotta have at least 2 divisions.
Yeah, when I'm home watching on TV on Flow or whatever, that's fine. But if I'm there, I'd rather at least have 2 divisions.
Well, here's the thing: if it's not fair to the guys that's racing the series to have 1 division,
right?
If you have a problem and you're in the 4th heat race,
yeah.
And you got to run a B main.
And you got to run the B main.
Yeah,
and they only run 1 like they did last night.
Yeah,
No, they ran 2 last night.
They ran 2 last night.
Yeah.
But if you have a problem in the 4th heat and you got like a 10-minute turnaround,
yeah.
I mean that's unfair to the guys that do this for a living.
Right.
You're asking them to do stuff that they shouldn't do, and it's not fair for the fans to pay $45 to get in and see 6 races for the whole night.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not. I mean, I know some people appreciate that. Like, we was talking about Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They don't, in their opener, they don't run any support divisions, and those people appreciate that.
I mean, they were over at 8:45 every night, so another division might have pushed them till 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's just.
I mean, if you have a decent division, you don't have to run something that wrecks every 5 seconds. But you can run a decent class, crates or something. Or
the thing is, the crate they ran crates at what's it called, and they only got to run 14 laps at Alltech.
Yeah, true.
They cut them short. So I think Flow Racing, I think they're doing a thing where they want to get it in like a 2-hour window.
Yeah.
I don't have no inside knowledge of this. This is just something that I see. With the Amazon Prime deal, I'm thinking Flow Racing is really trying to get a racing channel and push the High Limit sprint cars and the Lucas Oil late models.
Yeah.
And where they can have live shows and be the only thing at the track and be done in 2 hours and put it on live TV.
Right.
Because Flow, you know, basically what they want to do is they want to be able to sell their product to, you know, major cable companies.
Yeah.
That's how they'll make their, you know, their major money. So if they, and Michael Rigsby and those guys, if they want to, you know, they want to shorten the program up and keep it one division. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's kind of like anything else. You know, sometimes, you know, the sport changes and it's for the positive. Yeah. And sometimes it changes and the money is the positive, but it actually, you know, hurts the integrity of the sport. Right. Then you know, hopefully it don't go that route. But like I said, I know last year there was a major complaint with the North-South 100 and only having one division. I mean, you know, there was people that went to there. I mean, we had people message us about that saying, and quite frankly, that's one of the reasons why I didn't go up there. Yeah. You know, I chose to go watch sprint cars that weekend. So, you know, Tri-State's one of my favorite racetracks, and they always run 2 divisions. So it's not like they've got, you know, some crazy, you know, where they run 10 divisions. You know, I'm a big 3 to 4 guy. Three division is your sweet spot, really, usually. Oh yeah. But that's just kind of the way it is right now. It's unfortunately that's kind of where the sport's headed. So, yeah. Anything else before we get off here and listen to Jacob Hall? And this is a funny interview. For more than anything, just the mountain accent that comes out of him. And you'll learn something about a dirt racer that you don't really think people pay much attention to. Yeah. So it's a pretty good interview. The second most famous guy from Wayland, Kentucky, Jacob Hall. It's time for the Trading Sliders Deep Dives presented by Kentucky Clutch and Performance. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on this week's Trading Slider Deep Dive. We have the 3rd generation racer out of Wayland, Kentucky. Fun fact, the home of King Kelly Coleman. That's right. But we do not have King Kelly Coleman on. We have the 2025 Cumberland Plateau Open Wheel Modified Series champion, Jacob Hall, on. Thanks for coming on, Jacob.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, see, look, guys, this is something we were supposed to do back in the race season, but Jacob he had a couple mishaps this year, we'll say. He was, he said, yeah, we had a 2-day show, and he said, yeah, tomorrow we'll get together. I said, sounds great. What's he do, Flash? He goes and tears his car up on the first night. Yeah. So we couldn't even get together.
You can never count on me when I say I'm going to do something. If it's a 2-day show, because I usually tear something up the first night, every time.
Well, you can't say usually. I mean, you did walk away with the series championship this year.
That's true.
3rd generation racer. So, first off, got to meet your grandpa here earlier. Mm-hmm. I guess we should tell people where we're at. Yeah. We're at the, what is it called? You know what it's called?
No, I didn't even know this place existed until yesterday, to be honest with you. I just know we're in Perry County, Kentucky.
I think it's the Kentucky.
I think it's the South Kentucky. We didn't do a very good job on that.
Yeah, we can edit this till we figure it out.
Industrial buildings up here, a lot of big factories up here.
Okay, we were at a trade show, okay? We'll put it that way, because we didn't think this through, so I guess we don't really need to tell everybody where we're at.
Yeah, I said this is my area, but I really, I've never been to this part.
Yeah.
Hold on, we come to your neck of the woods, and you don't even know the hell where we're at.
No.
Well, okay.
It's a good thing we got GPS nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially coming up the damn hill again.
If it works through here.
Yeah. Okay, but speaking of, you travel with us, with our series, and a lot of our racing is done on the road quite a bit. And where you're located at, you got probably I won't say the worst drive, but it's definitely some of the hardest drives for people to get there. Is it just something you guys come accustomed to?
Yeah, no, really, the Howard Rogers Parkway is the most boring drive you ever take in your life. But once you get past that, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But being able to travel and stuff is, a dream I've had ever since I've been a kid. I've always just wanted to race, and when I graduated high school, I started and ran about a year over at ISOM, and I moved up to AMOD and got humbled real quick when I got up to them. And then we started traveling 2022, and I've been doing it ever since, and I love it.
Yeah, you're one of those guys. What I say about our series, it takes young guys And it teaches them how to race. It
does.
teaches you to race on the road. And one thing that I like about you and the core group of guys that race with us, you know, at the end of the year last year, you guys all stayed at the racetrack that night, cooked dinner, ate together. So it's kind of like a family, you know, a family atmosphere with racing on the road. You don't get that a lot nowadays. That's something that's old school, you know?
It is, yeah. No, I left. I did leave after the race. I went to go stay with my grandparents. But now Dad and Mom, they did stay. But I went to go stay with my grandparents. But these other shows,
most of the crew was there.
Yeah, most of us.
The important ones were there.
Yeah, but we always usually park pretty close, and you know we cook and stuff. And I usually use that time after the race to kind of work on my car and stuff. And then food's always ready when I'm done, so that's always a plus. But it's been nice. You know, we've made plenty of friends doing this. People I didn't even know existed about 6 years ago.
Well, here's the thing, Flash. Between David Clark, Adam Ogle, and Jacob Hall, my fat ass has always got food.
Oh, yeah.
All I got to do is make a lap around the pits, and we always got food.
Oh, yeah.
They got us taken care of. Maybe that's why they finished 1, 2, 3 in points. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I do keep up with the points, but I'm just saying they do always have food. Okay.
We do. We eat good. That's one thing.
Yeah.
We might tear stuff up a lot, but we do eat good.
Well, I mean, you got to feed the crew.
You got to keep your
right.
appetite up if you're going to tear stuff up.
So you're the first driver that's won both the Cumberland Plateau Open Modified Series and the Ironman Modified Series Championship.
I didn't even know that.
Really?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? I mean, yeah, I'm breaking news here.
I know. Yeah, that is. I'm not a real statistical type of guy. No.
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. You just told me you was a nerd. I thought all nerds were.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
About the nerd or statistical?
Statistical.
Okay. But yeah, so you've done this. So you've run for a series championship for what, 4 years, 5 years now, and you've gotten 2. So that's pretty damn good. 50% is pretty good.
That's right.
Yeah, that's So, what's your plan this year? You plan on hitting the road with us again, or is it? I know you just got back from Florida, and you said that's a trip you didn't really want to talk about. So
yeah, Florida, it's a great place to go, but I don't think it's meant for me to race there. I went there, so I went there in 24 to East Bay the last year, and the first night I bent the front clip, and we was up till about 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, poured a power and torching the car, trying to get it straightened back out. Then this time we did do better. We actually finished. I didn't finish the race at East Bay in 24. We did finish this time, but we tore up 4 noses and some stuff in the rear end when I broke the J bar. But I love Florida. Like, I love going down there. I just can't do good.
Yeah. The thought of going down there is actually better than the trip going down there.
It
right?
is. Yeah. I don't know. It's about a 12-hour drive for us, and it took us about 30 hours to get there, I think, because we was going by Hazard on our way down, and had to stop real good because the red light, and it exploded the brake drum, and then it cut a tire. So,
oh man!
And then we couldn't get our air kept freezing up on our truck, and we was trying to change the tire, and couldn't break nothing loose. It was a bad time. We was probably about 2 o'clock in the morning.
So that's when you should have just turned around and went home.
We thought about it.
That's when you should have just said, you know what, look, this is the old racers here.
Yeah.
That's when we say, you know what, we're just gonna go on home.
Yeah.
Sometimes the racing gods just
you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna run the whole series this year again?
Yep, that's the plan.
You're gonna come back and defend your title.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it 2 in a row. I think it's that has Brandon won 2 in a row? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say I'd like to be the first to do 2 in a row, but.
Well, I thought you didn't pay attention to statistics. Hold on. Now you're what? Now you're.
What?
Just for everybody that because we don't do videos, he just threw his hands up at me.
Yeah.
He just asked me if I wanted all that smoke. That's what he did.
Yeah.
So what do you like about the series? What do you like about, because we race modifieds in a part of the country that is late model dominance.
It is.
We're kind of for the people that I pissed off a few weeks ago, we're kind of niche. In our stuff, okay. That's an inside joke. I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
But we're kind of a niche in our own stuff. But what do you like about running with the series?
Well, just being able to run different tracks is the main thing. As a driver, anytime you get to go to a bunch of different tracks, it helps you learn and prepare. So anytime you go to somewhere new, you can kind of go back into the memory bank and say, oh, it's kind of like this place. You learn a lot racing with these guys. I mean, I think we got some of the best mod drivers in the country that run with us week in and week out. Mine kind of blanked out there.
We can fix all that.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
We'll edit that stuff out.
Yeah, that's especially since you know how to edit now. I could sing you your episode. Say, hey, fix this shit.
I'll edit. I'll make it look real good.
You're making it look real good. Okay. So we travel all over the Southeast, and I kind of stole a line from the Big Block Modified guys. I say we're the beast of the Southeast. But one thing that that I appreciate, like I said, is you guys watching you guys grow, seeing you struggle. Not just you, but the kids in general. Seeing guys struggle at one place and then figure it out. By the second or third time we get there. That's one thing that I really enjoy, and I really enjoy. We have people from Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina. So we get a bunch of different type of people from all different backgrounds and just come and race for the joy of racing. And most of the time anymore, when you go to the racetrack, somebody's always going to be complaining about something. And especially, I can say this because I raced mods but especially modified drivers. They a lot of times they're upset. They don't get treated like the late models. So they're just automatically want to be, automatically throwing a bitch about something. But you guys, the whole core group that we have, we do have a couple that that cry a little bit. That's just part of it. Yeah. But for the most part, though, you guys all come together and you guys just race, and that's what I enjoy about it. It makes it fun because nobody's bitching. You guys just, if you wreck, you just wreck. That's just part of it.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, there's plenty of struggles, most definitely. You pointed that out. Watching a struggle, I'm done with all the struggles. I hate when these 2-day shows when I tear something up the first night and I'm at 4 o'clock in the morning fixing everything.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to give you a tip. Just start trying to tear shit up on the second night.
Or that works. It's never the second night always goes smooth. Yeah. But the first night, I don't know why it always happens.
I felt so bad for Jacob last year because we went to a race. He lost an engine, and I said, hey man, I'll help you change your engine. And they're changing the engine, and it's pouring down rain, and we're leaving the racetrack. And I told Jacob before we left, I said, hey, I understand why you guys are doing this. But there's a very good chance we're not going to be racing tomorrow. And the races got rained out, and I was like, I hated that for you guys, but also in the same token, you guys probably actually needed that next day off anyways.
Oh yeah, we did, most definitely. We was up late, and I think they canceled it at like 2 in the morning or something. We'd already had the engine in. We were starting to hook stuff up and everything, and then I think it was Gavin. He got on his phone and said they canceled tomorrow. I said, what?
Yeah.
I said at 2 in the morning they canceled. I said there's no way.
Yeah, well,
I've had some bad luck running with you guys, but finally towards the end of the year we finally started getting it straightened out. But now like 20. Let's see, was it 23? Yeah, 23. I busted the oil pan, qualifying, the gear stripped out in the rear end, and then went out for the, I think it was because we wasn't doing heat stem, we was doing like the
top sticks locked in. And
we was doing that. Well, I pulled in, and then I get out of the car and I look over the right front, and I see just oil coming out. The freaking oil pan busted. I don't know how it busted. It was at Tri-County, and I think the way you pull up out of the pits, I guess I
bottomed out.
I guess I went the wrong way. Yeah. Bottomed out and busted the oil pan coming out.
Hold on, Jacob Hall going the wrong way on the racetrack. I never would have guessed that.
Oh yeah, you see it plenty. You see it pretty often sometimes. It happens. And then the first lap, we JB welded it, and it was gonna hold. It was gonna be all right. And then the first freaking lap, I got taken out. That made it out of turn 2. That tends to happen. Usually, I'll go if I make it past the first 5 laps, and I'll usually make it the rest of the race.
he's a hot lap hero.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say hot lap hero.
I just told everybody how good you did, and you're here telling them something different.
Well, you gotta say this. You gotta tell you the struggles first.
Oh well, before
and then
it makes the
you gotta overcome the struggles.
Then get to the good part. Yeah.
Well, it makes the I guess what they say. There is no reward without a struggle. How's that saying go? I don't know.
Sure.
I've had plenty of them, and a lot of it. I mean, starting 24 and we got this elite. Really, a lot of the struggles that we had was because of my doing. I didn't know how to drive the car, you know, when you go from, I had a Shaw, a Lightning, then a Stealth, and none of those drive even close to what that car drives like. It was just like a whole different world, and I didn't know what the crap I was doing for about the first half of the year, and I finally started getting some help and started figuring out how to drive, and then we started getting better, wasn't tearing up as much stuff, because, man, that first half of the year, we tore up a bunch of stuff, and it really wasn't anybody's fault but mine.
Yeah, well, I like how you can, you know, take credit for that, because a lot of guys will put that off on somebody else. Yeah. And that shows how you're growing up, you know, when you're racing. It's like, I just screwed up. And I think a lot of that comes from your dad, too, because one thing that I will say, out of all parents that I've seen at the racetrack, I think Jacob and his dad's got the most love-hate relationship at the racetrack.
You don't even know.
I think his parents fully support him 100%.
They do.
And the same token, I think I've seen his dad like, hey, I'm going to knock you out at the racetrack.
No, he wants to. No, like at Ison, well, like my first year racing, I was running the wrong line. He was throwing freaking sand drops at me across, trying to get my attention with the sticks. I mean, yeah. But they do support me, and I'm very blessed to have a family that supports me like they do, and you know, they've spent a lot of money and stuff for us to be able to what we do. But we've done. I mean, I went to my first race when I was 5 years old with him, my sister. I mean, it's just what we do as a family. We like to race.
How watching your dad grow up, growing up watching your dad race, and then your grandpa raced. Was it something you said you take this? That's what we do as a family. Is it something that you was always like, I'm going to do that? Like Kurt and I, we had no other choice because that's just what we had to do because our parents did it. But I know your generation of kids, a lot of them don't do the same thing their parents do.
No.
So was it something that you really wanted to do? Or it was. Okay.
Yeah. Really, and I would have started a lot sooner, but I really just wanted to sit up and play video games and play iRacing and stuff. And my dad said, if you want to race, you're going to have to come and help get your car together because I'm not going to do it by myself. And so
that's a good dad.
That is, yeah. He did. He made me. We put that car together, and then we started racing then. But I would have started a lot sooner. But really, like I went to my first race when I was 5. I would have went sooner, but Mom was a weird parent. She wouldn't take me or my sister. I don't know exactly why, but I went to that first race and I was hooked from then. And then even being in the garage and stuff when I was little, hearing the race car running and stuff like that.
She was trying to save you a lot of money.
Yes, what she was doing. Well, trying to save them a lot of money.
Yeah. They would have saved a lot of money, definitely.
So when you say you set up too late playing video games, what kind of video games, besides iRacing, what kind of video games do you play?
I play a little bit of anything. I like to play Halo, Call of Duty, play Counter-Strike. I play a lot of PC games, some Xbox stuff. I play really just about anything. All right, anything you can think of, I've probably played.
Well, see, if you said Fortnite, I was going to beat you up right here on it. All right,
let's get into that.
If you said Fortnite, I was going to beat you up right here.
No, I ain't one of those. I cannot get into that.
Okay, well, that's all right. We're cool.
There's a lot better games out there than that.
Well, see, I say I'm a video gamer, but I'm really not. I play World of Outlaws. And I play some hockey and 2K. That's my video game.
Yeah, I used to play those a lot. I would play like the NASCAR games and they had some World Outlaw sprint car games like way back then. Like
hold on a second, man. I'm about to whoop you, dog. You said way back then. You talking about that's 2002. That's not way back then.
I was born in 2002. So.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Well, that's still to this day, that's the best video game ever made. World of Outlaw Sprint Cars 2002. Best racing game.
No, there's another one.
Well, Test Drive Even Destruction.
Yeah,
that's pretty good too. Yeah.
The figure eight on Test Drive is good.
Yeah. So you play Wreckfest or anything?
I do. I've played it some. I haven't played it a whole lot though. But yeah. It's a nice way to blow off some steam when you get mad from iRacing or something. It's a good way to just go in there and just wreck somebody.
How many times have you been banned on iRacing?
Honestly, I've been on there for 9 years. I've got banned 3 times. Only 3.
Well, that's not bad. No,
2 times was from intentional wrecking. 1 time was from telling somebody how it was one time.
Yeah.
Was that before or after the intentional wreck?
That was after the intentional wreck.
So your grandpa raced, and your grandpa was telling me he was kind of taking a dig at you out there.
He was.
He said I used to race back when you had to drive the car. Now they drive themselves. So even your grandpa talks shit to you?
He does. Yeah. He tells me he's like, what all did you change on the car? Because it didn't do good last night.
You just blame that one on Dad, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Your dad does.
Well, no, I can't really blame it on him because really I'm the one that starts changing stuff now. If we're like really super far off, then he'll start changing stuff. But if we're pretty close, then I just do little stuff.
He's like, you're so bad. I'm going to work on it and get it better, or I'm not going to be associated with you.
Yeah. This is how it's gonna be. Actually, I'll tell you one thing funny. So last year down at Smoky Mountain Raceway, I get there and I walk through the pits and he's sitting in the car and I say, everything going all right? He goes, I don't know what the hell he's doing to it. His dad was working on the right rear. Yeah. I said, damn, y'all must have had a good practice.
That's what me and my dad used to do. We'd talk about it for a minute and say, well, I don't know if it's going to work or not. And say, well, we're not going to find out unless we do it. Just get in there and start changing and see what happens.
We're like that sometimes. When we're out in left field and we felt like we was pretty far off, we got to start taking swings at it.
It can't get no worse. That's the way I looked at it. So
sometimes not. Like if I qualify bad, he'll be working on it after I qualify because I get so mad I have to go walk back into the toter and sit down for a little bit because I'm like, man, I suck. What have I done to this thing?
So when you guys are at the shop, how much? So is it mostly your input or is it your dad's input? How do you guys decide when you're going to the racetrack? I'm sure everybody's got a baseline set up that this is where we're going to start. But since you're the one actually doing the driving now, you're like, hey, Dad, we're going to Rockcastle. It's a little tougher on right rear. Let's stiffen this up, or vice versa, or whatever. Or we're going to Tazewell. We need to do this. Is it something now that you've been doing it long enough where it's your call, or is it still everybody's call?
It's still. I usually make the adjustments, but I talk to him and make sure he's good with it first. But most of the time, like I'll be the one setting the load on the right rear, the right front, doing all that stuff. But it's kind of more of a mutual thing.
Well, that's good. That's and the reason why I say that is because I've seen it work both ways. I've seen it where young kids don't need to know, just get in and drive it.
Yeah.
And that's been good. And I've also seen where kid wants to give an input, and the car chief or the dad or the grandpa's like, no, this is how we're doing it. And you got to have the confidence to bounce off each other.
Yeah, and it works both ways. I mean, look at Kyle Larson. I mean,
he don't know anything about setting anything up.
He doesn't adjust anything, and he's one of the best drivers in the world. But
no, you screwed up. He is the best driver in the world. Go ahead. Who do you think's better? Hold on. This is gonna go who's better then?
Now listen.
I'm listening. I'm giving you the floor.
When it comes to NASCAR, dirt, Kyle Larson is the best, hands down. But when you get into like F1 and stuff like that, those guys are a completely different level.
Well, who's the best then?
I think Max Verstappen, is the best driver in the world. My honest opinion.
He is a nerd.
You can't argue with that.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can, because
now if he got in a cup car, I think he would do good. But no, I don't think he'd beat Kyle. Or if he got in a dirt car, obviously, I don't think he'd do as good as what Kyle Larson would do.
But if Larson got in an F1 car,
I don't think he would. No,
you don't think he'd compete?
I think he could compete, but I don't think he'd. If he got in the same car as Verstappen, I don't think Verstappen would. Or I don't think he'd beat Verstappen.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think you're wrong.
Really, the only way to find out is put them in an equal car or something they've never driven before. See how they do.
Well, then I tell you what's really going to happen. Larson's going to be number one, hands down.
I don't know. You seen Verstappen here in that GT3 race, hadn't raced one in God knows how long, and absolutely waxed the field. I mean, it's debatable. I mean, I think Kyle Larson is one of the best in the world.
No, he is the best.
I don't. That's just a difference of opinion.
No, that's a factual statement. Tony Stewart, AJ Foyt, who's considered the greatest racers of all time, both said, he's better than me. Jeff Gordon, he's better than me. So what the hell are we going to talk about? The elites said he's the best. We don't even give a chance to discuss it.
See there, that's asphalt and dirt right there. That's not F1 road, none of that stuff. It's two completely, in their respective fields, I think they're the best drivers. Like dirt, asphalt, Kyle Larson, hands down. But then when you go to the road side of stuff, it's different.
Okay. I think Boris Said is the best road racer.
Yeah. Right.
Boris said. You don't know who that is?
I know who Boris said.
Oh, I was just wondering because I mean, you said back in 2002.
Yeah.
I mean, Boris said was racing in like '98.
Yeah.
He was like -6.
Boris said he was. I think he was one of the best road racers. Yeah,
He was.
I agree with that.
So that's fascinating to me. You talk about Formula One. Do you pay attention to everything?
I
racing?
try. Yeah,
Do you?
I watch a lot of racing.
So you're a big fan?
Yeah. No, you know, here's the thing is, like NASCAR, Formula One, GT3, IMSA, all of it. I watch that stuff, but I don't watch dirt racing as much. You know, I'm just like, man, I do this all the time. I don't want to watch this stuff.
So you never just follow turn off low and watch USAC Sprint Week?
No, I do.
Okay.
I do, but I watch the other stuff way more.
Really? Yeah. See, I haven't watched a NASCAR race in 7 years.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, it is anymore.
It really is.
Yeah,
Really, when Kyle Busch retires, I probably won't watch as much.
You're a Kyle Busch fan?
He's probably one of the only ones keeping me in it right now.
I used to hate Kyle Busch.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Until I seen him with his kid.
Yeah,
now
I like him pretty good now. Yeah.
He's a dirt racer in my eyes now.
He's ever since he had his leg injury back in 2015.
When they gave him the championship that year?
No,
Yeah.
he did not.
Yeah, when they gave him the championship.
That's another thing up for debate right there.
But see, you know what's really funny is you two were talking about that. I didn't even know he had a leg injury or a championship. I don't even pay attention to that.
He come back like mid-season and won the championship.
Think about it this way. He broke his leg in the Xfinity or Nationwide, I guess, then at Daytona.
That's the Busch Series.
Yeah.
For the old guys like me who was playing the 2002 video game when it came out, that's called the Busch Series.
Yeah.
And then he comes back at the All-Star race in May and then races his way. Now, the format that they had that format, the win and you're in. He had to be top 30 in points. He was like 40th in points. Raced his way into the top 30, into the playoffs, and then ended up winning the championship. I mean, you got to respect that. I mean, either way. I mean, obviously with the
that's what
points
we're going to do
format,
this series this year. We're going to make it where whoever wins the last night wins the championship, no matter what.
Nah, I don't like that.
You got to respect that. You got to respect that.
I didn't say I was a fan of it, but still, the way he done it with that format is impressive.
Okay. Well, okay, speaking of formats.
Nah, I'm pretty much a Kyle Busch fan now.
Yeah.
My wife hates me because she still doesn't like him, but I keep telling her, I say, no, he's pretty cool.
All right, speaking of formats, what do you think if I can talk Matt into doing the draw-redraw this year? Will you be happy with that?
Is what he went to do, like
no qualifying. Draw for your heat races and the top 3 in the heat race redraw for the feature. We have 3 heat races. You win the first heat, you may start on the pole of the feature, you may start 9th in the feature.
So no qualifying, just
yeah. I mean, it hasn't went over well with him, but I'm trying to spice it up a little bit.
Well, there's some different ways you could go about that. What about? I think if you want to do something like a draw-redraw, why not just do the top 6 starters or top 4 starters or something? Do something like that, like qualified, and after the heats or top 4 starting positions, you could redraw those. I mean, I wouldn't have an issue with that.
Unless I
started on the pole, and then that'd be different. But
well, here's my thing. I was looking back through some stuff, and then in the last 2 years, we've had. I'm going to ask you this. I'm not going to tell you how many. If you could say for the Cumberland Plateau 1 Modified Series, we've had 33 races in 2 years.
Okay.
How many races have you think's been won outside of the front row?
Outside of the front row? I'm going to say really not many, probably like 2.
One.
And
that was Pierce McCarter last year.
Really?
Yeah, at Tazewell. He won from 6th. Everything else has been from the front row.
No, it wasn't Pierce McCarter. It was
Dyer. Yeah. Sorry, Brad.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Pierce McCarter's big slide bomb.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was Brad Dyer started 6th.
Yeah, I don't think it was very many.
Yeah, so I'd like to do some kind of draw-redraw.
Oh, we could. I mean,
maybe if we got a 2-heat format, we redraw the
top 2 finishers in each.
Top 3 in each.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, if we got a 3-heat format, redo top 2 or whatever. Just something to mix it up. Just a little bit. I've been poking at Matt, and he doesn't budge really easy.
Yeah. But I could see that, but now I don't think taking qualifying out. I don't like that. I think we should qualify, and then your top 3, just your top 6 starters, or however you want to do it.
So
redraw. Nothing more than 6, I don't think.
Okay, well I'll take that. We'll qualify, then we'll invert 6 in the heat race.
No, I don't know about that. Man.
What?
I said top 6 starting for the future.
Okay, well I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying, Kurt.
I think that's the fairest way you can do
Okay.
it.
Well, I'm sure we're not going to change anything like that. Matt won't.
Nah.
He's a very traditional.
I wish we could just do a couple of races like that. Would be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. I don't know which one I'm gonna get, but the Training Sliders podcast is gonna sponsor one race.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a redraw, and once it's the best race of the year, then maybe next year we can have that format.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. I don't know. I've already worked on a few sponsors with us to help pay for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So we're gonna do one. I just don't know which one it is yet. I'm actually trying to look at the schedule and make it where it's going to be you guys to get on the wheel, type stuff. But we haven't decided which one it is yet. And then I'll tell you what, we're not going to tell nobody until the week of.
No,
so they just got to show up and show up and do it. You're going to be there anyways. You're running for points, so it don't matter.
So I'll have to do it no matter what.
Yeah. You'll redraw the pole, lead every lap. Like, this is the greatest thing ever. I love this.
I might like that.
Yeah.
It just depends on how bad it bites me.
Right.
Well, so hold on. You can't be upset then with the starting up front and then going in and tearing your car up. I mean, you had a chance to start on the front row and you crashed it. So what difference does it make? It bit you.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do a total invert after that, did you?
What do you think? What do you think about this? What about you think if the point leader every week has to start dead last?
Yeah, that works.
And then
I
it goes
really
points
don't
back
like
up the
that.
other way. I did that every year for 25 years. Yeah. I started dead last 90% of the races I started.
I say we start every race by points. Total invert.
Yeah.
Points
Total
leader.
invert.
Points leader start on the tail.
Oh, so if you don't, oh man, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way we grew up racing.
Yeah.
We raced at a racetrack where the point, it wasn't a traveling series, but points leader started on the tail and you just 24 cars, 25 cars, 25 laps.
Yep.
Really?
Figure it out. Yeah. So
There's been some wild formats come up with that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't even think about stuff like that.
Well, you guys got it easy.
Yeah.
Your dad never qualified.
Yeah, when I finally started running dirt races, I was like, man, you mean if I run good, I get to start up front in the feature?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
How many times did your dad race back at Iceland? They didn't have a timing light back then. They were just peel drawing and racing.
No, that was the Letcher County stopwatch is what that was.
Electric.
It was who they wanted to be up front.
Yeah, he's fastest again tonight.
Yeah, he's good. His wheel came off. Oh, bullshit.
He's coming off turn 4 and he's already got quick time.
Yeah. So when we go run Hidden Hollow, so you're saying you're going to be on the pole no matter what? Letcher County stopwatch?
I am.
Mark his words now. When we come to the hometown, Jacob Hall is going to be on the pole. Letcher County stopwatch.
It don't matter if I almost drive off the track. I'll be on the front row.
You're going to be on the front row. Well, see, maybe the Hidden Hollow will be the draw redraw.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The hidden draw redraw.
Yeah, the hidden draw redraw. How about
that would go good.
Yeah, that would go over well. So I gave him a lot of crap about this last year, but he's newly engaged. He's going to get married this year in the middle of the race season.
Yeah.
First off, I don't have a problem with him getting married because I've got a wonderful wife, and all wives are wonderful that go to the racetrack every weekend and don't care. I don't understand why you pick the middle of the race season. I don't really get that.
Yeah.
How are you going to make that work?
Hey, I'll tell you what. You guys done a great job making the schedule because you split the wedding perfectly.
Yeah.
It's right on the off week.
Well, see, maybe we did you a favor.
Maybe you did.
Maybe we
just
did.
If something has to be rescheduled, just don't do it September 19th. That's all I ask.
No, it won't be because that's USAC Sprint Cars at Tri-State that weekend.
Yeah.
It's not going to be rescheduled for that Saturday. I promise you. That's the Hopstad Hustler that night.
Yeah, we figured out we was gonna do October. We was gonna try October, but that venue that we really wanted to go to was booked out for then. So the closest we could get was September 19th. So I tried to get it after the season,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't. I tried.
Jacob's got a good one though. She comes to the racetrack and don't even yell at him.
Yeah, the good thing about the end of September, the weather's still nice everywhere, so you can do whatever you want to do on your.
Yeah, she's pretty calm. The only thing about it being in September is it's going to be freaking hot. We're like on top of a mountain and there's like no shade or anything. That's the only bad thing about it.
Well, it could be hot. I've been at the racetrack in September where it snowed too, so yeah, it could be hot.
I want to ask you something real quick
right.
before we go any further.
Okay.
So you talk about all this asphalt racing. You got ever have any ambition to go asphalt racing?
I would love to if somebody would just ask me to drive. I would do it.
There you go. You gotta get that out there.
I would love to, but nobody's ever asked me to. So, and I mean, why? I race dirt. Why would you? But I've always wanted to.
Yeah, it's fun. I ain't gonna lie, it's fun, but it gets kind of boring after a while.
Oh,
but you just have to hit your marks the same every single time.
Every lap,
and that's it.
Every lap.
You don't get to go look for the fast spot. You know where the fast spot is, and that's where you got to be.
Yeah.
So.
And the bad thing is everybody knows where the fast spot is.
Exactly.
So it's a little tougher.
That's one thing about me being a racer is I want to drive everything.
Yeah.
You know, if I get a chance to drive anything, I will if somebody asks me.
That would probably make you better on dirt too. Tell you the truth about it.
It will when you especially like
track,
a place like Richmond.
Yeah.
Slow down, hit your marks. Do you have any? What's the plan? Going in the future? Are you going to do some? Is late models in the equation, or is it going to strictly be a mod guy? You strictly going to be a mod guy? What is it?
With what we got right now, we couldn't go late model racing. We just the money and stuff is way too expensive. If we wanted to do supers, now crates we could do crates. Yeah. But like I said, I'm open to drive anything. I would like to drive late models in the future, but obviously a sponsor would have to come along and help because we cannot afford to do super racing.
Where you're at, and there are some crate series right here that they pay some good money. Now, you could race for some good money without a whole lot of travel.
They do.
If you wanted to. I mean, at least it's a valuable option. Yeah. Where you get up to the Midwest, those guys don't have that option. You either got modified or late model. There is no crate option in between.
And we've thought about that. Me and Dad's talked about that. But obviously, if we got one, I don't think we would quit. We'd still try to keep our mod and race some. Try to do some double duty and stuff.
Just make sure Dad's got plenty to do, huh? Mm-hmm. You don't want to give him no off time at the racetrack.
No. I'm usually the one, if I tear something up, I have to fix the body most of the time. He's got to the point where, like, if I bend it, he's like, so you done it, you fix it.
Yeah, that's not a bad. That's not a bad.
Well, that keeps you.
It keeps you honest.
Yeah, you learn how to stay out of those predicaments sometimes.
Well, and you've got to really decide if you want to run over this asshole in front of you. You're like, you know what? I really don't want to hammer all that out.
Now it's gotten to where I'm thinking of creative ways and stuff I can do to if I hit the wall qualifying or something, I can fix it real quick and get it back going. If you look at the car, you can tell that we've put some thought into stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Dad, he's actually thinking, we have our Stealth back in the shop and it's just sitting there. He's thinking about coming out of retirement, maybe running some this year. Not with the series.
Yeah,
but
might as well run with the series.
I don't know about that.
What?
I don't think you've seen Dad drive. It gets rough sometimes. we probably wouldn't have as many friends.
Well, that's okay. That's all right. Well, but then you don't got to worry about running over him.
No. Well, he'd run over me.
Yeah, he'd run over you.
If he has his, if he shoves his nose in there, he's going. Like, he don't care. He does not care.
Trust me, that would happen. I know for sure.
Yeah.
Dads will do that.
Yeah. I hit my dad in the intersection one night in a figure eight race. Yeah.
My dad put me in the wall one night. I was passing him on the outside. He put me in the wall, and I come across the figure eight and was going to hit him head on. And I was like, if I do that, I just got to fix both cars.
My dad, he's the type of guy. He'd wreck his mom to win. He really would.
Yeah.
See, I'm not like that. But I've never been presented the opportunity to wreck somebody to win. But still, I don't think I'm like that anyway.
There's only one way to find out, huh?
There is.
You race long enough, you'll think about what that guy did to you before.
Yeah.
So he might have had that one coming.
What was it Daryl or Mike Joy that said racers have longer memories than elephants or something?
Yeah.
So who helps make this possible? Who helps get up? Hold on, I can do this part because I told them on the way down here. I hope Jacob didn't get too many new sponsors this year.
I got one, or no, I got two actually. So,
but I can name the Zebco Incorporated Lockdown Security. I can remember those off the top of my head because I announced it so many times over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And don't forget to thank your mom and dad here, but I'm going to give you opportunity. Who helps make this possible?
Well, obviously, mom and dad, Victory Racing Shocks, so that's dad and stuff. We had. So this is where I blank out when I have to thank my sponsors. I usually have my
Get your
card
phone out. Get your phone out.
Just
Here
like
we
every
go.
other young kid.
I gotta look at the car.
Oh my God.
How many kids have we had on that done this?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Victory Racing Shocks, Elite Chassis, Lockdown Security, Zebco Incorporated. All right, I got you.
We're still going. See, we got 2 more this year. We got 2 more.
Yeah, they're on the nose. Some kind of oil company.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Amsoil, Kentucky Lube Dude.
Kentucky, yeah, there it was.
He's helped us out a lot, giving us some oil and stuff. He gave us oil to race with and Volusia and everything. Gave me enough transmission fluid to go for all of this year. You know, he's a big help. Clearview Window Cleaning Services. One of my buddies, Logan Smith, he's jumped on this board, which him and his dad is actually lockdown security, but he started his own business this year, and he's helped out a lot.
See, I'm pretty good at remembering sponsors. I'm better than he is.
Well, you see, I haven't had an interview in a while, so I'm kind of rusty.
Yeah.
I used to be able, like when I was racing local every week, I had them down like the back of my hand, and now I can't remember.
That's because
any
you're
of them.
winning every week.
That's because you're winning every week. Now, you know, we brought you some competition.
You have, yeah. That's what I said. When I moved up to open wheels and started traveling, it was a humbling experience.
He's like, damn, I used to win. But he's still...
Yeah, but when you win one now, it really means something.
Yeah, and, you know, he's a 2-time series champion, the 2025 Cumberland Plateau Opal Modified Series champion, looking to go back-to-back. We've learned that he's from a very famous... See, Flash don't know a whole lot about like high school basketball, but his hometown is one of the greatest high school basketball players, not in the state of Kentucky, in the history of basketball.
Yep.
But he got in a little bit of trouble, and you know he like sometimes would show up drunk, so he didn't get to go play college.
At halftime, he'd go in his truck and drink a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
But from the home of King Kelly Coleman, we found out that he's these glasses, as he said, he's just a little bit of a nerd, but not a stat nerd.
Not a stat nerd.
Not a stat nerd, just a little bit of a nerd. Loves playing video games, and he played a game way back when.
Yeah.
2000, way back when the original game came out. That's me and Flash was having PlayStation parties back then.
Yeah.
Really?
That's
Really, when I started like playing a lot, kind of Xbox Live and all that stuff already kind of kicked off. So I never got to experience any of those. Like
yeah, see, we never had no live. We'd have to have parties. Like we'd have to go to each other's house.
Yeah, we had to go to the house and play.
Order pizza, and then talk shit to each other in person when you're running off the track.
Yeah.
I mean, we never even, the online stuff came in later.
We didn't have headphones. We didn't have none of that good stuff.
No, you just turn around and tell the guy.
My grandson in there now, he's got 12 people he's talking to on their controller while he's playing now every night.
Yeah, I'd have to turn around and say, hey man, you run me off the track again, it's on. But we appreciate you coming on from Wayland, Kentucky, Jacob Hall.
Yep.
All right, Flash, that was Jacob Hall. One thing that I forgot, I wish we would have asked him, how the hell he got his nickname Cornbread.
Yeah, I know.
That's the only thing I wish we would have done different. But the 2-time series champion, he's a 2025 Cumberland Plateau Opal Modified Series champion, and the 2022 Ironman Modified Series champion out of Wayland, Kentucky. 3rd generation racer. His grandpa was there hanging out with us too.
Yeah.
Grandpa kind of bullied him a little bit going. It was a fun interview there, and Jacob. As he said, he's a nerd.
Yeah.
I said, well, I don't know if I'd be telling people. Well, I am, he said. But he does computer programming and all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
But he pays attention to all the...
He said he's a mechanic that also builds computers.
Yeah. He's a mechanic that builds computers. I said, well, okay. Well,
Said he could do editing. Said we could send him our show and he could edit it for us.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna really love the interview because I did very little editing on it. I left some of the stuff in that probably needed to be cut out. So because it was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a great time catching up with Jacob. He's one of the good guys in the modified world that shows up. And him and his family, they just race. Don't bitch about anything, and just if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. And I'll tell you one thing, they always bring us food.
Yeah.
You know, like I said in the interview, there's a couple of them. Between those guys, I'm always going to eat at the racetrack.
Yeah.
All I got to do is make a lap.
Thanks to his mom for bringing those cookies yesterday, too.
Yeah,
oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they're good. Well, unless you ask your wife. And
yeah, my wife didn't like them. She doesn't like anything. So
yeah, they have too much flavor. Yeah, you can't eat stuff with flavor. It's it's got to be plain. No. The only person I know eats barbecue without barbecue sauce. So we're not even going to... Her ideal of food tasting don't even count on this one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we don't
Yeah.
even bring her in the equation.
So this week's upcoming events, we're going to start off with the Racetrack Spotlight. The Racetrack Spotlight will be the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Car Series at the Golden Isle Speedway. Golden Isle Speedway down there in Georgia. It's basically still is Florida.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's right on the...
Yeah, it's right there on the line. It's a track I've been to, I'm going to guess 20 years, probably 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Last time I was there. I went down to the Super Bowl of racing. It was the week of the Super Bowl. They used to do a big, it was a Southern All-Star sanction then.
Yeah.
Back in, I'll tell you how long ago it was. Dwayne Hummel was still racing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been it may have been 20 years.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But yeah, it's a big... They call it a 3/8 mile, but I think it's more like a 4/10. It's not quite a half mile, but it's a little bit bigger than our 3/8 miles around here.
Right.
It's red clay. It races up on the wall. It actually races really good for a southern racetrack.
Yeah.
And they have super nice bleachers. Like the bleachers set up high, but close to the racetrack. Chair back seats. It's a nice facility there. It's one of those places that it could be sneaky good, or it could be around the bottom.
Yeah.
But I know a bunch of late model guys have been doing a ton of testing there. It's kind of been the test track on the way back in between. Between Florida and back to the Carolinas. I know RTGA stopped in and test there. So Wednesday through Saturday, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is going to end their version of Speed Weeks. That's been going on for a month now.
Yeah.
Don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm happy that there's racing every day of the week. I'm okay with that. But I mean, these late model guys, I think we're going to get to the end of the year and see a lot of these guys beat down.
Yeah.
Because they took something that last 2 weeks and turned it into 6 weeks.
Yeah.
When guys like Bobby Pierce and Nick Hoffman say, "All right, I've had enough." Yeah. I know they're World of Outlaw guys, but Pierce and Hoffman are usually the two that show up at every race when they get an opportunity.
Right.
So I think we're going to have some Lucas guys that are going to be out of equipment by the end of the year. It's going to be a pretty costly season, I think, for a lot of those guys. Monday, the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. You can catch them on Dirt Vision Sunday and Monday, when the show comes out tonight or tomorrow. But they have the Bike Week Jamboree. The World of Outlaw Sprint Cars will be there. And then Friday and Saturday, United States Modified Touring Series are at Kennedale Speedway Park in Kennedale, Texas. You can find that on Racing Dirt. USMTS start their trek, starting on the quarter mile there in Texas. I think it was 49. I think there was 49 points paying races, 61 races this year for the USMTS. So it's a busy season for the modifieds getting started off this weekend. I know a lot of those guys ran the Wild West Shootout and stuff, so they've been racing, basically year round as well too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be some strains on some equipment, but there is an event that I want to talk about when it gets closer, but the USMTS and the UMP are having a Battle of the Mods event at Macon Speedway.
Yeah.
So that's going to be pretty interesting. We've had people ask, how come we don't have one national modified deal? And maybe this is a step of going in the right direction. Maybe we can get to where we have one national deal once they all meet up and get together and race.
Yeah.
I know that's probably wishful thinking,
right.
but maybe so. Friday and Saturday, the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars are back on the road. At Friday night, it'll be at the Hornet's Nest at Talladega Short Track in Talladega, Alabama. I think the factory stocks are on as a support class. I'm looking forward to that Friday night. And then Saturday night, this is a track that I can never pronounce the name. Magnolia Motor Speedway in Mississippi. Magnolia, yeah. However, I can't even pronounce that damn thing. But that's where the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars are Saturday night. And then Friday and Saturday, If you want some late model racing and you don't want to travel too awful far from the Louisville area, you can make the 4-hour drive down to Pitt, Alabama, Pitt and Raceway Friday night for the Southern All-Stars season opener, and make the 1-hour drive east Saturday night to the North Georgia Raceway. They're in North Georgia's in Chatsworth. It's in Chatsworth, Georgia. Yep. But Southern All-Stars has a $5,000 win each night, super late model racing. And I think Brownstown's supposed to have an open practice this weekend, but with the rain that's coming in, I'm just going to go ahead and say that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain every day, week around here a little bit.
Yeah, so and if it's
already probably not in great shape.
Yeah,
from the snow.
Yeah, from the snow. So that's probably not going to happen. Anything else, Flash?
No, I can't think of anything.
I think we've done enough damage for the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so get out, support a local racetrack, support a racetrack. And until next time, we'll be training sliders.